Hello, my name is Dr. Maya Edgar and I'm a chiropractor at Edgar Family Chiropractic. We often find that people have very similar questions about chiropractic and what we do. So what we hope to do in the next series of videos is to discuss some of these common questions that people have. One of the first questions that we get is, what is an adjustment? What is a chiropractic adjustment? There are a few misconceptions as to what a chiropractic adjustment is. Some people believe that their bones are out and we're putting them back in. While this is an easy explanation that some chiropractors may give, and it's easy for people to understand this, it's not actually what's happening. After performing an assessment, what we try to determine is if there are any joints in the spine that are not moving as well as they should be. So in essence, what we're looking for is restrictions in the joints. We're not looking to see if your spine is out like this and then putting it back in. Rather, what we're testing for is the individual motion between each vertebra. So if this is your spine, this is the bottom of the head, this is the neck, mid-back, low back, and pelvis. What we do in an assessment is we challenge the joints, posterior to anterior. We get people to move, all to get an idea of how well their joints are moving. If we find that there are certain areas where the joints are moving together rather than separately on each other, this is where we say that there is a restriction, and this is an area where we focus and we try to get motion back. So it's almost like you can think of it as a rusty hinge. So there's an area that's not moving well and we try to get motion back and get the hinge or the joint moving again. And that's when the muscles around the joint will relax and that achy pain will be relieved. So what often happens after an adjustment or during an adjustment is that when we move the joints or slightly gap them, an air bubble will escape the joint. And this air bubble being released is what results in a crack or a pop. So often patients ask us, so what is that crack or a pop? Is it my bone being moved or broken? And the answer is no, it's just an air bubble being escaping from a joint as it's released. Just like when you crack your knuckles, the same thing happens. So that concludes our video on what a chiropractic adjustment is. And in our next video, we're going to talk about what other things chiropractors do besides adjustments of the back.